Okay, so it's a few days after 9/11, and I've been following the news about the attack on the embassy in Libya, and now there's violent protest throughout the Middle East and parts of Asia. That second part surprised me. So anyway, the attacks started on the anniversary of 9/11, and that is no coincidence. It was planned by who? That's the question. We already know the reason why is to create more unrest, not just in that region, but around the world, actually. And when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, come on. It's no coincidence, and people are blaming it on this movie, which criticizes Muhammad. And yes, I have seen the movie trailer, and it's horrible. I mean, it looks like something that a 10th grader put together in one day with his friends. It's just lame. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and that's saying a lot. I would say, I mean, just look at the trailer. Would you pay money to see that crap? So, it's kind of a complex situation. It's not about a movie. That's not why they went crazy. It's so much bigger than that. Look at the big picture. It's not about one movie. It's about American presence in the Middle East. They don't like it. That's what it's really about. We have established over 180 bases around the world, and I guess most of them are in the Middle East, and we're monitoring what goes on there because of the oil fields. Let's not kid ourselves. So when people say, oh yeah, they're mad after seeing the movie, think about this. The movie, which is very amateur in nature, it tells the story of Muhammad and how he was a murderer and pedophile, which, from what I've read, is true. It only had an audience of maybe 10,000 out in California where it was shown. And this was back in July, I guess. So how do you figure that these people who live in the Middle East have seen this movie? I mean, I'm sure there are theaters in the Middle East. I don't know. I've never been there. I've never seen footage of their theaters, whatever. But I think it's far-fetched to say that they have seen it, and that's the reason why they went ballistic. I have strong doubts about that. And then there's now death threats against the filmmaker, Nakula, and he went by a few other names, but now they know who he really is and where he lives, and now the feds are searching his home for, quote, anti-Muslim or anti-Islam paraphernalia or whatever. And I'm thinking, this does come down to freedom of speech. He has the right to criticize, whatever religion he has a problem with. He has that freedom of speech. It doesn't mean you should always say what's on your mind. These people are already pissed. Think of it this way. Suppose there was a movie made criticizing Christianity. There's a lot of Christians in America. They would not be pleased with that. Actually, no. Think of it this way. Suppose your neighbor comes into your backyard and says, you should do this and this and this. You would tell your neighbor to go pound sand. It's like, who the hell are you to come here and tell me what to do? How dare you criticize me? I'm not saying these wild actions are justified, the violent protests. I'm not saying they're justified. But I understand why they're pissed. You don't go up to a hornet's nest and kick it and not expect to get stung. It's not how it works, okay? I support his freedom of speech, but he should have known, maybe he did know, that it would cause such rage. The foreign policy should be, leave them alone. They don't want us interfering. It seems like they don't want us and they don't need us. And, that should be our foreign policy. Just let them do whatever they want to do. It's not our game. So, the filmmaker is supposedly in trouble now with the feds for inciting riots. I guess that's going to be the official charge. Don't know how long prison sentence he's going to get, if any. He might be fined. Some of the stuff or all of it might be confiscated. It's a big mess, but I still say the film is a red herring. There's something else going on. I don't know what. It's a mess. So, here I am. That's my rant. If you're not pissed, you're not paying attention.